Right, happy Sunday everyone. Hopefully it's better than the Saturday was. It should be, because we've got a tank. You wouldn't believe the arsing around, but finally his mate that was supposed to drop it off last night didn't. I was harassing him last night. I lost my rag with him yesterday. He went and picked it up from his mate who was supposed to drop it off to me, and I picked it up from his house this morning. Then we went out and had some fun. So get it on. However, and there's always a however, particularly with this dickhead, whether or not it's the right tank, it's a different question. So one thing, I mean, paintwork, you reckon he got this professionally done? Bollocks, did he? If nothing else, there was masking tape around the top of the fuel cap, and there is no professional that would spray a tank whilst leaving the cap on. Just not a chance, because it was locked and I had the key. Not a chance. There is no. Would you accept a professional job where they just masking taped off the petrol cap and just done around it? Not a hope. I mean, fortunately, the tank looks okay inside. So yeah, whatever. But even a rank amateur like me would unscrew those two, take it off, bung it up and spray anyway. But hey, I've got it now. I've got the tank, so that's 2/3 of the way through. However, the bit that gets me is the petcock, which has a reserve and an on and an off, but only one output. There's no vacuum output from that, which, let's put that the right way up, as dusty as it is, this runs off a vacuum. So all I'm going to be doing is replacing a mini tap that's been working off its own drain with another one, which is really fucking irritating. So what? Oh, it's making a weird noise. Pressure. So what? I'm going to put it on anyway, because if nothing else, I just want to see if it runs. The float should help a lot of that now. They're the right height. I'm going to put it on. I'll have to blank off the tube. What I am going to do, if I can find a clear container of any merit, I'll dig through the bin. It's just to check what the fuel's like in there. It smells fine, but I'll do that now. Right, so that's the fuel that's come out. Looks fine, no problem. Right, I'm going to get that on. I'll chuck in a bit more and see if it works. Okay, so tank on. That looks so much better. It's got a tank. But look at it, that looks freaking awesome. Oh, pissing cold. Walking petri dishes of children have infected me. Right, it's a cold, it's not COVID, because I'm snotty and everything else. Yeah, paintwork is shite. But, and in fact, it looks worse than it does on the camera. Actually, no, in the blazing sun, actually, it's like it's got a bit of speckle to it as well. So what? I don't think that's anything that's not salvageable, to be honest, even if I just cut it back and keep it nice and dull, which I might try and do. But first things first, let's see how much it pisses fuel, because it's not running on a vacuum, it's running on gravity. So fuel on. I need to do something with this key, because it's just going to piss me off. I don't want it to bang too much on my paintwork, which is why I've done it. Yeah, well. Right, so battery, power on, fuel, I'm assuming that's on. Right, it's got fuel running in. Let's see how much it leaks while I'm doing stuff. Now, bearing in mind I've cleaned the carbs, they're empty, so it's going to take a bit to get it going. That's no choke, so I don't expect it to catch. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's struggling, but it's nearly there. Oh, that's with choking, it didn't seem to make any difference. Alright. Let's just play with the idle a bit. That's pissing fuel already. That is soaking. Yeah, running straight out. That's choking itself off, and not in a fun way. For fuck's sake, look at that. Yeah, that is coming out of everywhere. So it's coming out of the pipe. Let's turn that off. That is coming out the pipe somehow and pissing out through everywhere. I can't tell, it's not. Dam that up. Yeah, that is just pouring. That's fucking depressing. Smoking like a bastard at the front end as well. And I cannot tell if that's all just over leaking out the tube. Alright, let me sort out the pipe from the pet into the from the tank into the bike. I don't know what that is either. That's just fucking running out. Right, be right back. Well, I'm stumped because I've just gone straight from got rid of the extra tubing and gripped that off, I think, as well as I can. That's not even full on, and you can see it flooding out through both sides. Even with a tiny bit of fuel on, it's pissing out. It's even pissing out on the side that wasn't pissing before. Right, so I just played with the idle a bit, because I might have pissed around with that when I was playing with the carbs. It's still flooding like a bastard out of one. Is that all coming out of there? It's difficult to tell. Two look wet but not flooding. Is that wet from earlier, or is that new? That's just chucking it out, look. gears yet. So let's see. I'll select it first. Feels lovely to ride. Put some pull on it as well. And it does want to go. The seat's not particularly comfortable. That nice ridge across the back of the house. Popping away. so the thermostat is not kicking the fan over. Now, just out of interest, I'm going to grab the other fan and try and hotwire it in. Right, so I just tried the other fan, so there's nothing telling it to go. Sorted itself out from that leak. I don't know why. Time will tell. Just grab a battery for that fan. Right, so what? It's settled. I don't have any leaks. And I do wonder if my drive's on such a slope that that was helping. No, it couldn't have been. I'm adamant it's the petcock and the fact there's no vacuum and it's just running off a straight through. So I'm going to see if I can get hold of a proper petcock for it with a vacuum, because that's just slightly freaking ridiculous, to be honest. Right, that's the first job. The fan, I can dick around with the thermostat, and I probably will once I've worked out where it is. However, the quickest, yeah, the quickest is just a direct line. So let's go for a separate switch somewhere, just tuck it away, maybe under the tank. And just have a manual fan. But I'm really happy with the way it rides. Yeah, I need to do some housekeeping, definitely. But it's nice and secure. That lump at the back's uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to play with the seat, but it looks great. Cool. Yeah. That's made my weekend a little bit, so I need to top up the fuel, top up the coolant, because it's chucked it all. Do something with that tank, but I'll sort that out in a minute. Cool. And would you look at that? The second I get it back onto this slope, which I wonder if it is the slope, get a drip. So I've just turned the, no I haven't, that's on. That's reserve. I think that's off. Let it do its thing. Yeah, crazy. I need a petcock, because although that is as closed off as I can get it, I'm pretty convinced that's what it's doing. It's not, ow, fuck, bang my head. It's not showing off, so it's just pissing through. Yeah, where's that little top? I used that before. Yeah, well, that's stopped anyway. I'm sure that's what it is. Well, okay, I'm sure that's what it is. I think that's what it is. And it's a logical place. So, nah, you need a new petcock with a vacuum on it. See if that cures our eels. But it rides lovely. and when it's riding and when it's actually using its fuel, it's not pissing it out. But I don't really want to have to keep turning it off every time I stop, because I'll forget, because I'm crap. Yeah. What am I going to do? Just going to have a quick rub over that tank, I think. See how that goes. Yeah, a bit of compound on it. No, I'm not going to do that yet. Don't get carried away with bullshit and that. There's things that need to be done. I don't know where the thermostat is for this bike, but I'll have a look up on that. But I think I'm just going to bodge a positive and a negative off the... I don't really need to do it off the battery. I could do it off the lights at the front. Just to give something into that fan, even if it's just a temporary measure. I've got a couple of switches kicking around. I don't think that's an issue. Yeah. Right. Happy days.